The subject is listening today on this Wednesday's one key takeaway from a book in less than 5 minutes. We'll be reading from Stretch, Unlock the Power of Less and Achieve More Than You Ever Imagined by Scott Sonenshein. I heard about this book because Brene Brown posted it on her Instagram, and that holds enough clout for me to immediately go to Amazon.com and purchase it. Now, we're examining improvisational theater, looking at two people in history. Viola Spolin, who is really considered the mother of improvisational theater, and a man named Del Close, who was one of the mentors of some of the funniest people ever produced in America, like Bill Murray, Tina Fey, John Belushi, Gilda Radner. Now, Del Close really encouraged his students to, instead of going for cheap laughs, advocated that performers listen carefully to each other and make positive connections between characters and themes. They did this through a game called Yes and, where let's just say 5 people would come to the front of the room and one person would start with any statement. Each player would subsequently say yes and try to validate what the person had said. And as you can imagine, that could either create deep cohesion or a mess. And it says, observers often comment at how thoughtful and clever the players' spoken words are, but the players themselves recognize that the key to success is not speaking, but listening. This is the often unnoticed ingenuity behind what both Viola Spolin and Del Close accomplished. Without knowing what will happen immediately before or after, players need to listen carefully and remain engaged in the present. They're not entirely sure when they will jump in until they jump in, nor do they know what they'll be saying until they say it. By listening and reacting to one another without a plan, they allow themselves to create something new and potentially more interesting. I find this highly interesting because I know if I'm in a conversation with someone, I will be making eye contact, I will be listening to what they're saying, and yet there's still a tiny bit of prep going on. This is not the idea where one person is talking and I am only focused on when I'm going to get to share my side of the story. That's not what I'm talking about. This is still formulating how I'm going to respond to what they're saying, even if it is merely to support what they're saying or to learn more. But this practice, detailed in this book, is a far more vulnerable one because we're going into it without any prep. We don't know what we're going to say until right when we say it. And I'm smiling right now because that's kind of exciting and kind of scary. The idea that you would enter a conversation and listen with so much presence that you don't know how it's going to work out. That's fairly exhilarating. And so I share this because I'd like to try that. I'm sure that's going to be a hard habit to break. But it seems like it would be a fun thing to do, and who knows what could be learned from trying this practice. So I hope you've enjoyed today's one key takeaway from a book in less than 5 minutes. I'm also going to post the link to the YouTube page. So if you like these, you can click on that link. It'll take you straight to the YouTube page. And if you like or subscribe to the video series, it just helps this project. So again, thank you and have a great day today.